Hello everybody and welcome back to, well, how many things I can use as a body armor, I guess. Nah, just kidding. We're back in all the mods 10 and right now I'm actually hunting for chickens. Why? Well, we need those feathers. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's a quest done. That's a portal from Eternal Starlight. So I'm guessing you give me a quest. Oh, you give me stuff. Oh. I guess you'll have to wait because I keep getting distracted. This is probably gonna be happening a lot in today's video. So I believe I just... Oh boy. We're here. I've arrived. I don't know where though. What is that? That doesn't look safe. Oh, it's raining... stuff? I don't know what's happening here. I'm gonna go back. Oh, and we can trade with him for Starlight Silver coins, which we can buy armor trims. Oh, hello. I want some armor trims. Well, speaking of traders, there's a Pyromancer tower right here as well. Well, why did I need chickens? Well, if you take a look at the Deep Learner, we're actually hunting mimics as well, but the chickens we've done. Oh, we could actually kill penguins as well, apparently. But we need to kill them so we can get this up to a basic level, which means we can now start farming feathers at home. Because I've placed here some simulation chambers, I actually have an evoker simulation right here as well, which I got to, well, grab me some totems of undying, and I'll explain why later. Basically, we placed this guy here, and now we need some prediction matrices to make this run, and it will give us a prediction for chickens. But since we need to make the predictions, I can actually show you my downstairs part at the moment. Now, over here, we have the start of a small computer that I want to have around this space to have some auto crafting going around. We have a 256K storage cell and a 64K storage cell. We have a little bit of a pattern providers over here doing some automations, and we're now trying to get our hands on a bunch of power by using thermogenerators and soul lava that we got from the other dimension. But we're currently looking into making a mob farm first to get a bunch of drops so we can actually feed most of these recipes. But prediction matrices is something that my computer already knows how to do, and can we do a lot of it? Yes, we can. So we can ask and we shall receive. Oh, and a really cool feature about this understairs part is this. I love that. We have a garage door right here. Well, we can technically just right click it and it opens, but we also have a retina scanner which analyzes my face, my beautiful face, and it opens the door if it is me. So I don't need to do anything. I guess I just now need a car to park in the garage, right? Oh, and over here we have our Psycraft machines where we have an extractor making the flukes, the one making pointed dripstone, one making flux, one making obsidian, but this one requires an input of lava. That's why we have these bad boys. We have 6 of them making lava, and then the lava is being placed by a fluid placer, and I guess it's gonna take a little second. Come on, and boom, there we go, and it gives us obsidian. And we're trying to get our hands on power generation because of this. This is currently my power generation, just 20 windmills over here. They do a nice amount of power, but we need more, like tons more. Because back over here in the mining dimension, we have the digital miner now up and running. Now, this guy is consuming a lot of power. We're still managing to make more than what he's using, so we're fine. But at the same time, we cannot even put some upgrades or even maybe silk touch if you want to. Like, we cannot do any of that because we don't have enough power generation to handle all of that. We do have this drawer wall over here, which, well, it doesn't have a lot of resources because, to be fair, it's kind of slow at the moment. Not that fast. And well, while I wait over here for these things to actually give me some chicken predictions, we can go and explain, well, our armor situation at the moment. As you can see, we're now rocking full Eclipse armor. And that's for a reason. I wanted flight, and we got flight. But the flight is only on the chest plate. So technically, we could rock pretty much what we had. I now even made the robe as well from all the modium. So we could just grab this chest plate and equip the hat, the leggings, and the boots. and that would be perfectly fine. But you know, I kind of want to have pretty much all sets of all the things, and that's why we have this bad boy over here as well. And I actually have still the osmium that I started with, so I'll probably place it over there. So we can kind of keep recording of all the armor sets that we've been finding all over the world. Oh, and this is actually something I made. I made this amethyst rapier. We found some mithril while down in the caves mining, and this allows me to have this amethyst rapier, which is imbued with echoing strikes. So if we go ahead and switch to this is actually a level 5 echoing strikes, which is amazing. So if we want to use this as a weapon, we can. We can even use this to cast some spells and stuff, which is pretty nice and dandy. So we don't need the staff technically. The staff does give me some mana regeneration and spell power, you know. And we can see over here that this does not show me the damage for the spells, which is kind of bad. It only shows me the imbued spell that it's on there. It's fine though, it does some nice damage, so you can use it as a melee weapon, but at the same time, if you want to use this as a melee weapon, you also have this bad boy, which has a 17 attack damage and a lot of buffs and debuffs. So even though this one's also has a lot of buffs and debuffs, this one's kind of stronger. We also have some villagers over here, where we're starting to getting some villager traits coming in. This one is particularly good because it gives us access to pistons, and that's pretty fair, pretty good. This bad boy, of course, because I wanted to see what the coffee trader would give me. And, well, nothing too crazy, but it does give me some decent stuff like this one, for example, some iron casings, which is fine. And of course, the applied energistics one, where we can trade with sky steel ingots, and we can trade with flux crystals as well, plus some inscriber presses as well if you need to, or skystone or certus quartz. That leaves me with some extra traders that are empty, so I kind of want to see what else I can put in here. So why don't you tell me what's your favorite villager and what's your favorite trade? Hey, we got one. And now we can just put it over here and select feathers. It's going to give us 24 feathers. That's a lot of feathers. Now this, of course, is still because this is only a basic version. After it runs 48 times, it will then upgrade it into a normal version, I believe. And then it will just keep getting better and better until the point that it will, one prediction will give us one chicken prediction. So that's pretty good. And we needed the feathers because we want these. We want to get some fan upgrades, and as many as I can get. And we're lacking iron. And here it is, our first mob farm here. And I'm using a boy spawner and a wither skeleton spawner. I do have a bunch extra ones back up there, but at the moment I'm trying only these ones. Now, they are very slow at the moment, but they are spawning. Yep, there we go. At least the blazes are. I've yet to see a wither skeleton, so we're probably gonna have to do something to it. Now, if you take a look at the spawners themselves, we can actually do something with the apotheosis. We can actually give them spawn range. I don't really care about that. We'll probably do spawn count to give them an extra count. We're probably gonna use some wool to make them all silent as well. This I don't really care because we do not have create to toggle them on and off, so I don't know. The no AI is definitely another one we want to put there. And a lot of sugar means that we can actually reduce the time it takes for them to spawn as well, which is pretty good. But the other one that I really need is this one. Ignores conditions, because I'm pretty sure this is what's stopping the wither skeletons from spawning. So as soon as I get, well, a couple of conduits, we should fix it. Oh, and just like I did the chickens, I'm actually doing the same to just come over here and farm wardens. Because I also want their matrices, you know? Because it's never too bad to have it. So now the warden prediction will start to pay off, as I want to get myself this compass right over here. Now to get it, we make this regular version, and then we make the recovery compass, which then we can upgrade, well, eventually we'll upgrade. I didn't realize we're still missing something, but we will upgrade to the explorer's compass. Now with this, we can find any structure that we may need. And I say that because, well, I actually tried to find some structures before. Mainly these two. I tried to find with the Eye of the Desert Temple, and with the Eye of the Curse thingy, I guess. That being said, I didn't realize that the last episode, Frost Prison, is actually the place where I needed to go for the Eye of the Curse, but the Eye of the Desert, on the other hand, is actually a lot closer to us. It's somewhere over here in this desert. Yep, there it is. And well, I went to both of those places. I try to fight the people there, and the little guys, well, they're easily doable, but the mini bosses one-tapped me. Yep, that's why I farmed a lot of totems of undying. And let's not even talk about the bosses. I didn't even face the desert one. I faced this one, and it wasn't. I just died basically. So I kind of feel a lot better, you know, after making a mob farm, because I can at least get all my experience levels back, plus with a lot of resources. And still, no wither skeletons though. I did turn off the mob AIs, so they're all just, well, pretty much a one-shot now. They don't even move or anything, they just fall and die. So that's pretty much what we've been doing here. I AFK'd a little bit while doing some other things, and we have this book for fire spells, but we also use this currently, the Dragon Skid spell book at the moment. And there's also some other ones that we could do, like the Aldemodium version. But I like that this has 10% spell power, but we still may want to go with the Aldemodium version. And we're also getting these hearts, which I believe this is something very, very important, because we can make these health canisters, and we'll keep upgrading and upgrading until we get all the way up to this soul canister, I believe. And all these we can then put into here, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, heart canisters we can place into here, not directly the miniature hearts, to gain more health. I believe that's how that works. And of course, every time I come down here and I see the soul lava, I just keep reminding myself, yep, I'm still diverging from the thermal generators. But hey, look, a lo-fi holiday music disc. Perfect for us to chill with our cup of coffee. You guys ever wondered how Gandalf catches fish? Because I probably think it's something like this. You know, that's how I imagine it. And yes, I went fishing because I want some fish essence, just so I can actually do something with it. Oh yeah, we can also run on water, which is amazing for exploration. And yeah, I want the fish seeds and prismarine seeds to make Nautilus shells, and now I can make myself a conduit. We still have a few hearts left, because if we use this in one of the spawners, it's just gonna ignore conditions. That's what we kind of need at the moment, because we have 3 spawners down there that are not spawning anything. Now, I'd say that the wither skeletons might be the best option to start off with, and I also need to somehow get rid of these things, like these non-things items alongside with these gems. So if you guys have, wait, oh okay, if you guys have, oh, a drone just spawned, that's amazing. So if you guys have any idea how I can get rid of these NBT items, I have a way, but is there a better way? I don't know. Well, apparently not even with that, because yep, I've gotten no wither skeletons so far. Now, to see if I can fix that, I actually brought myself some wither skeleton skulls and some soul sand, and I made myself a little bit of a wither cage using tinted glass, which is tough enough to withstand the wither, apparently. And let's just hope it doesn't go like an ocean block and he just runs out of this cage. So I'll just sit here, leave him to spawn, and then we can get the farming. Okay, that's good. It stays there. Perfect. Man, I forgot to equip this. I always forget to equip this. Now I need to kill him again. Well, but hopefully this was actually what we needed to fix the wither skeleton one. And if this does fix it, then we shouldn't have to worry about it. Something tells me it's still not gonna work for some reason. So, a little bit of time has passed, and I've done a couple of things. First of all, I actually now placed the thermal generators. They're still the hardened version, so I could still upgrade on them a lot more, since we already have the best fuel, being the soul lava. And I fixed the wither spawner, because, well, it was actually just not high enough. Yes, now it is. And I also added a couple extra ones, and yeah, that's a lot of mobs. So we have this wall nearly filled up with stuff, and there's a lot of stuff over here. I'd start placing a lot of void upgrades, and there's also some over here as well. And we're actually storing these flawed gems and all that things so we can break them, and we're also separating the quivers to, well, trash them as well. And pretty much everything that was a gear pieces, I was saving it here. But there's like, there were so many items, as you just saw for a second there, but I just decided, well, I was just gonna trash them. None of them were actually like usable or anything, so I just decided to trash them all. We're now starting to having some problems because I'm running low on cables and stuff like that. So I decided to hook up to all my farms and having this set up over here so I can actually cook and power and use the power stuff to progress a little bit more. So I hooked up both of the farms, this one and this one, to the storage, which means now if I do this, we can see all of our essences over here, which is great. I upgraded a little bit more to have more computers so I could have some more processes, because I was making one thing and having to wait like half an hour to do anything else. Yeah, it wasn't good. And I actually did some other things as well. You see, I was complaining about being a little bit underpowered and dying to a lot of bosses. So I went ahead and I looked for it. And yes, apparently I was actually not in the correct world tier. Yes, you heard correct. World tier. You see, Apotheosis now introduces these world tiers where you start in Haven and you're only ever going to get rare items here, which is why I never found anything good, really. And I was like, what is happening? And then I searched, I asked in Discord, and people told me, oh, I need to progress in the world tiers. And I'm now on Pinnacle, and in order to get Pinnacle, you want to do Control L, yes, and you want to go to this skull, the Periodic World Tiers, and you want to progress to every single one of these. They're mostly just to equip a certain type of gear and kill a certain type of boss. If you kill like the Warden, the Ender Dragon, and the Wither, I believe that's all the bosses that you need to kill, and then you just need to find gear. Now I find a bunch of gear. I don't necessarily want any of this, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna trash it. Yep, I'm just gonna convert it into these God Pearls, Godforged Pearls and Arcane Seeds. Science, because we want to use these to craft stuff. You see, I need to now make this augmenting table. I need to make some sigils of enhancement to upgrade the gear, but most importantly, we need to get more and more of these so we can then start changing our gear. I already changed the helmet and the boots to rare, but you can make them legendary, and that was going to give us a much needed power boost. So now I'm basically at the point where I really want to start investing a lot into my computer, but I kind of can't. You see, I still don't have a lot of resource generation going on. I do have a pretty good mob farm to that set, so unless I need experience, which I kind of don't at the moment, I don't really have anything much going for me. You see, if we go outside and we go over here, this is doing great. This is getting us some pretty nice resources, but it's still kind of slow. But it's good that we have at least one of every single seed that we have been needing so far. But I kind of need to get a couple extra ones. Maybe not necessarily fill this entire thing at the moment, but there's still a few ones that I still want to get my hands on. And well, in terms of Inferium, we're doing kind of alright at the moment, like 32,000. It's not that bad since I've made a few Insanium, so that could still be a lot better. This barrel holds up to 8.4 million, so yeah, it could definitely be a lot higher. We do have this over here, and the reason I upgraded, well, our power was to actually make this guy go a little bit faster, which he is using 8 energy upgrades and 6 speed upgrades, because the 8th one, well, it was actually consuming a lot more power than it was gaining, so yeah, I kind of had to downgrade it to only use 6 speed upgrades. It's was still getting us some resources, a lot faster than the ones that we had, but it's still kind of doesn't necessarily hold up whenever we need something specific. Like, for example, I needed quartz. Well, this has, well, 2 quartz at the moment. I needed ancient debris. Now we got 0, and it's been a while, and we still have 0. So you can see where I'm going with this. Like, this is good. This is saving my ass, the fact that I have this, but it's still not quite good enough. Then we also have this, you know, to get some resources from mobs, more specifically, and I've been using this one to farm sheep predictions. I also got the mimic prediction as well, so any type of artifact that we might want to use later, we can now make as well. So we do have a lot of those things. What's it called? Predictions? I always get the name wrong, so might as well just look for the mod pack. Yeah, there we go. We got the Evoker one, we got Wither, we got chickens, we got the Wither boss, and we got the Warden as well. So what the hell are we gonna do about our resources? Well, we're gonna upgrade our mystical agriculture farms, but I don't want to just place them outside because it wouldn't look that great over there. But we do have an alternative. Those being compact machines, because we're now farming nether stars as many as we need, so we can pretty much do a lot of these. And I believe this one is pretty big. So how are we gonna upgrade this? We can actually use crystal growth accelerators. These ones are from Applied Energetics. Well, we kind of have it over here to power our budding Certus quartz. But we can also use this bad boy to power these ones, I believe. For example, we're in dire need of redstone, which is this one. So if we place this here, it will actually power over there, but not just as it is, because it needs more power. That's why we also are making these generators. We can just place on top, and yes, now this has power, and that one should start growing up a little bit faster. So I'll leave this here for the time being, because we kind of need a bunch of redstone, like a lot of redstone, but we're gonna make a better setup than this one. So I made this. We made the compacting machine using a netherite star, and we're gonna place it here for the time being. Let's see if this is what I hope this is. Yes, it is. Look at this. This is massive and it's great. So we can actually use this to house, yes, you can call it housing, a lot of things in here. But for that, we do need a bigger computer. But we also need this to work. So yeah, we're kind of trying to get things to work properly while not having enough resources and trying to make things big. Yeah, that's gonna be hard. Alright, the good thing about this is you can actually break it and take it anywhere you want, and it will, as soon as you place it, kind of works the same because it kind of remembers what it is. So I guess we can place it here. Whenever we need, we can come here. Oh yeah, it's just switching one of these to blazing. You can see it goes like nearly double power, which is amazing. Yep, I told you guys, my outfits keep getting weirder and weirder. But it's all part of the pack, so I might as well use it, at least if it's not just for funny things. But now we can actually salvage this one. Oh, gives us a lot of pearls. And hopefully, yes, we now have enough God-forged pearls to upgrade this. And I'm gonna go with this enchantment because it seems pretty nice. Just need to get a little bit more of these. Okay, so now I wonder how much damage I'm doing with this. 55. That's a lot of damage. And this is pretty fast attacking too. How much is a crit? 8.3? 83. No, 124. 83. That's pretty nice. That's a lot of damage actually. But I've now started to realize my full potential with magic. You see, we do have this staff that is currently holding the divine smite. And you can see it's a level 5, it's a legendary level 5. 35.1 damage, right? But the thing is, if we equip the sword and we take a look at the divine damage, you can see it's 97.2 damage. That's a whole lot more because it scales with the damage of my weapon. So the more damage my weapon has, the bigger the divine smite damage is. And I believe we can probably equip it. Nah, it doesn't really boost it any further, unfortunately. That would have been cool. But it means that if we equip the staff in the offhand, we can cast spells with a right click. We could also just cast them freely with the V on the keyboard because it's the keybind. But let's just use it like this, and let's see the damage on this. 97.2. That's not bad. I would say that's not bad because if we're hitting, we can always just cast it, and of course we can also toggle the echoing strikes. And now we're really DPSing this guy. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. So I got some of the less used seeds probably, but they're actually kind of important, you know? The dirt, the air, the stone, the fire, and the water. Like all of the elemental seeds, because I realized if I'm farming these, then I can just craft stone, cobblestone, gravel, sand. Like I don't need to actually make farms for those. I can just, well, farm these. I also fixed the redstone problem with witches on the farm. I mean, they're there. You can see, oh, there goes one. There goes another one. Yep, as you can see. Which means we're now farming a lot of redstone and a lot of glowstone as well. Which, the glowstone is going to be slower, but we can craft glowstone using these hats as well, which is pretty good. But the redstone, man, Yeah, max copper upgraded, so we have like 8 million stocked up in here because yeah, that's gonna burn super fast. Now I just need to attach it to the system up there. But man, I do have a lot of plans here for the base, and that guy is still taking damage. But all those plans are gonna probably have to wait because that's all the time we're gonna have for today. And as always, guys, so if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't, and see you in the next. Bye!